What is up, everybody? Welcome to the third episode of the 2024 We Are Flora Pro podcast. My name is Nisaa Muhammad, and today I'm going to be your host. But before we go any further, we need to stop and pause and give love to the woman with the vision, the creator and founder, my co-host, the one and only Latasha J. Humphrey. Of course, we got to show her some love in her absence, y'all, because she's definitely here with us in spirit. All right. Today, we are excited to get into this episode, but before we get started, we want to let our audience know that this podcast is brought to you by the Flora Pearl Foundation. Our vision is bridging the gap, building a legacy. The goal is to create a community of women and girls to build relationships and partnerships for generations to come. This channel provides a platform for greatness to shine. Our mission is that we are a 501c3 community-focused nonprofit mentoring organization building healthy relationships and partnerships between women and girls through education, community service, networking, unification, and career planning. Our inspiration is Flora Pearl Humphrey. She was a beacon of light, not only for her family, but for all those who came in contact with her. And the disclaimer, y'all, is that the views and opinions expressed in the We Are Flora Pro podcast are those of the panelists and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Flora Pro Foundation Incorporated or any of its affiliated entities. All right. So today, you all, we have a very, very special guest with us. If you all have seen the past seasons of this wonderful podcast, then you may know her. And of course, you already love her. Destiny, say what's up to the people.
What's up to the people?
Yes, y'all, we have Miss Destiny in the house. Destiny, do you want to say anything to the people? Tell them a little bit about yourself.
You know, I think they're going to learn a lot about me throughout this interview. So we'll just keep it that I'm happy to be back, cooling it with my girl. And I'm excited to see where our conversation leads tonight.
I love it. Okay, well, welcome back. Like a little mace track back in the day. All right, y'all. So this year we celebrate 13 Pearls of the Flora Pearl Foundation Incorporated. So we have 13 pearls in the form of questions. So Destiny, are you ready?
Yes, girl, let's get to it.
Okay, we'll start off light. Can you tell me what are some self-care tips that you have for yourself?
Ooh, so lately, self-care has not been my friend, but some things that I am sticking to. This is gonna sound real kindergarten, but naps, amen, because naps are self-care. Yeah. If I feel like I need one, I'm gonna take it. The rest is important. So I think that's my go-to right now. And I'd have a coloring book that I really enjoy. I think coloring is very relaxing. So that's one of those things. And I've been getting into this habit of buying myself flowers. Um, I go and I pick myself out some nice flowers, most times roses, because I love me some roses. I got me some real fancy flower scissors. So I cut them the way that I want them to look, arrange them in my little vase. And I'm not a professional, but by the time I finish, I feel very happy with myself. So those are some things that I've been doing for me.
I love that. Girl, sounds like self-care is in full effect. Okay. I love that.
Thank you, thank you.
Understand. Absolutely. Ooh. All right. So, ma'am, since you said self-care isn't the best thing, but you still gave us some things that you do, can you tell me how did you show up? How do you show up for yourself every day?
Um, that's a good one. I think showing up is me showing up for myself because there's a lot of days where I don't really feel like doing anything, yet I still kind of push myself to do the things and to do it well and not just, oh, I don't feel like doing it, so I'm going to do it halfway. Like, nah, because if I do it halfway now, my future self is going to have to come back and correct it. So one of the things my mom always says, if you do it right the first time, you don't have to go back and do it again. So,
All right.
So I think that's one of the things that I just try to stick to. Just right now, that's showing up. Do the things and do it well.
I like that. No, yeah, that's good. Because if you do it right the first time, you don't gotta do it again. Because ain't nothing
Period.
worse than thinking you did it right or you did something, now you done. It's like, no, it's back on your plate.
Back on your plate.
That'll do
Like
it. That'll do it.
I don't want to do that. I feel like that'll make me like spaz out real quick.
Okay, what do the kids say? Crash out? That's the
Crash out.
one.
That's the one.
That's the one. Okay, so Destiny, can you describe your perfect day?
Mm, my perfect day would probably be not having to work. And when I say that, I mean going into the workplace and not having to do anything around my house. I need to just be able to relax, period. Um, Probably going to pick me up some flowers, getting a chance to just journal, watch some very cheesy movies. I think those always cheer me up. I don't know. We know what's gonna happen at the end, but I can't stop myself from watching them. Um, and I think that's pretty much it. Give me a warm cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy not doing anything taxing. Manual labor is off the list.
Okay. Okay, that's those are my two hated words in the English language. Okay, manual and labor. Ugh, give it to somebody else.
Give it to somebody else, baby.
Okay, no, I love that. That's a really good, yes, with the tea and a little cheese, and it's the holiday time, so it's perfect for that. Curl up on your couch and watch you a little Hallmark movie where they're gonna be happy ever after. But why not?
Absolutely, absolutely. I need them to have the happy ending. If it
Yeah.
looks like things aren't happening well, the movie isn't ending soon.
There's no ending yet. Everybody needs to be smiling at the end of
Everybody
it.
needs to be smiling.
I love that. Okay, so Destiny, what is your Black girl superpower?
um, I would say one of my superpowers would be um being able to connect with people. Because not everybody can do that. Not everybody can meet a person for the first time and connect with them on any level. Like sometimes people don't even want to deal with strangers, but I've noticed along my life how I can come into contact with people and they feel comfortable with telling me things. And not like in the sense of oversharing, but they don't they don't sense that I have this hidden agenda, and because I don't. So I think that and just being able to stick to being true to myself, um, that's my superpower.
Those are beautiful superpowers.
I appreciate the affirmation.
What is your favorite movie?
Now, audience, I'm going to tell y'all right now, Nisaa knows exactly where I'm going with this, okay? Because she's known me enough
Yeah.
to
I don't even know
know
why I asked.
exactly.
I asked for them, not for me. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
She knows. So my top of the list favorite movie is Dream Girls. Do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. We hear you.
So that is my movie. And if anybody tells you anything different, they don't know me that well. So they're still learning me, got to give them a little more time.
Yeah, they don't know no better yet.
They don't know no better
there.
yet.
They gotta get there.
They
Yeah.
got to get there.
Yeah.
Now,
There's a rumor that you were actually in the room when they were picking out the cast for the movie. That's what I heard. So yeah.
well, not to put the business out there because you can't tell everybody everything. But that may or may not be true. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it
You
there.
signed that NDA. I got you. We'll talk later.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have like a couple other movies on the list, but if I had to pick number one, Dreamgirls is it. And yeah, because music is my thing. So anything that has good music, good acting, and there's some nice themes in there, I'm for it. I'm here for it.
I love it. Okay. And Dreamgirls a classic. It was a classic when they made it. So
It's a classic.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So since we're talking music, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you walk into a room, Miss Ma'am, what is your theme song?
Theme song.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking, I can't remember what movie it's on. I was trying to think about it, but I can't remember. But that song, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, and don't it feel good? Mm. I think that would be my theme song.
That's a beautiful theme song. And you were singing it, and I was seeing the movie in my head, but not long enough for it to come.
Right.
Oh,
I can't
what
think of
is
it.
that?
I
It's okay. We're gonna do some Googling.
Yeah,
We're
because
gonna do some Googling.
I'm sure it's on a movie. It's on a couple movies, but
Yeah, it
there's a
is.
specific movie that it's like present on, and I'm just like,
And
it's
don't
right
feel
there.
good. And it's like a shop sequence or something.
Probably. That
Yeah.
seems like a shop sequence thing. Um,
Yeah. That's oh God, that's gonna bother me, child. Okay.
Man, isn't it? I hate that. I hate that for myself. I hate that for us.
So that's let me ask you a question, dear.
Yes,
What is it
ma'am.
that you would want your legacy to be?
I've been thinking about that a lot lately. A couple weeks ago, I went to this funeral, and I know that sounds crazy, but just follow me for a second. Follow me.
Okay, with
You
you.
know, but at funerals, the people come up for their remarks and they talk a lot about, who that person was in their life and, you know, their impact on them and the family or even the community if this was a community person. So I was thinking to myself at this funeral, what would people say about me at that time? Like what will I have left with people? How will I have extended myself to reach people um, to where it stays with them for a long time. Because I don't believe that people come up there with these grand stories of how this person fed them and always checked on them. I don't think that's going to leave them anytime soon.
Right.
So I would say that I would want my legacy to be one of love, one of positivity, one that, that says, hey, she cared about the people. She cared about people, period. Um, and yeah, so that and I was a person of faith, and that's something I want to be said about me. So yeah.
Well, if I got anything to say about it, I'll put it on a t-shirt, walk around with a bell like the town crying. She say she
Hey!
loved God and she loved the people. I got you, okay? They gonna
I
remember
appreciate that.
this.
I feel
Yeah.
better knowing that you're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's gonna say destiny. She loved God and she loved the people. And on the back, it's gonna say, if you got a problem, cash me outside. Yes.
I guess me outside. Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, I got you. Yes, cash me outside. They, because
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Period.
So since we're talking about legacy and kind of remembering people and things in that sense, what piece of advice were you ever given that you think has served you well?
Mm. Honestly, I feel like the quote I gave from my mother earlier is one of the ones that stick with me. Well, the advice. If you do it right the first time, you don't have to go back and do it. And I think that applies to a lot of different areas. It's not just about like, doing the dishes or something, because that's usually when she said it to me. Doing the dishes, doing some type of housework, whatever. But
Yeah.
now that I'm older, it can apply to a lot of different things. If you treat people right the first time, you don't have to go back and apologize. If you, handle your business right the first time, you don't have to deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it can it can go a lot of different ways. So I feel like that's a key piece of advice that serves me well. So yeah.
I
Shout
love
out to
it.
my mama.
Shout out to her, okay? Shout out to her, because that's a good one. She said it's not just for these pots and pans, honey. It's
Nope.
for the life too. I like that. That's really, really good advice. That's really good. So on the flip side, for you, what pearl of wisdom would you share to add value to a young girl who looks like you?
I would say that my advice would be not to let anyone else tell you who you are. Because I feel like, even in positive situations, people can say a lot of positive things and they mean it in the best way.
Yeah.
And not to say that you can't, take that advice and whatever, or take the words of affirmation and use it and apply it, but they shouldn't be the only, pillar of telling you who you are. Um, you have to get to know for yourself and stand by it. Um, and there are going to be a lot of people who come and they try to give you an identity and they try to shape you. And some is good, some is some good advice. But you have to know what to take in, what aligns with, you know, who you know you're meant to be. And yeah, because sometimes if people give you, they say something really nice, you'll try your best to work towards that rather than being authentic to what's really comfortable or not comfortable, but to authentic to you. So yeah, I think that would be my pearl of wisdom.
Thank you for the pearl.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
Please.
beautiful. No, it is. It's beautiful because there are so many, like, I work with the youth majority, and it's beautiful to see the ones who get to just kind of be who they are and be true to themselves and like really figure out what it is that they vibe with. And then you kind of see the other side of it for the young girls who are like, this is who you have to be and this is what you have to do. And it's like
Yeah.
you kind of see their struggle. And it's like, wow, I remember being a kid.
Yeah.
Being a kid.
Yeah. And they try to again, it's good intentions, but they try to make you decide so early.
Yeah.
What are you going to be when you grow up, or who is your role model, and who, good things, good intentions.
Yeah.
Execution could use a little work.
I like how you put that. She's like, yeah, y'all mean well, but maybe don't use a fork to eat your soup. Don't use a fork to eat your soup.
Maybe not a fork. Probably wouldn't use a knife either. Just I don't think those are the best the best tools.
Put the straw down. You don't need that straw. How about a spoon? Here's a spoon, honey.
Yeah. But then again, maybe somebody needs the straw because them spoons get a little shaky.
You're right. So whatever works for you, as long as you're getting the soup into your belly. You're right.
Right.
I get you. So what is one thing that you wish you could tell your younger self about standing up for yourself?
You got to do it. You have to. You got to do it. And you have to do it in a way that doesn't make you hard-hearted later. Because, I feel like when I was younger, I learned how to defend myself in a sense of sarcasm and going back at them the way they came at me. But that later made me hard of heart. And so now as an adult, I'm having to unlearn the defense mechanism, that wasn't healthy because that's what it is. It was a defense mechanism. And it wasn't healthy, or even when I would shut down because somebody said something to me, sometimes speaking up is the best way to defend yourself. And it doesn't have to be nasty. It doesn't have to be harsh, but it can be firm and it can, still hold love at the end of the day. So I think that would be what I would have told myself. You got to do it, but it doesn't have to make you hard of heart.
Whack my tea. All right now. That's good. That's good. Yeah, because it's very easy to be angry and carry a lot of just a lot of that this is how people treated me, so I'm gonna give it back to them. Yeah.
And then you're 25 and you don't like that girl from middle school but maybe y'all were adolescents.
Right. Nobody's frontal lobe was developed. Nobody's.
We gotta
be able to be cool on. Too.
Right. You have to be able to move on. That stuff cannot be taken personal. It can't shape who you are at 25. If I allow some of the things that were said to me at 12, 13, 14 to shape who I am as an adult at 25, this big age, almost close to 30, I would be a totally different person.
Yeah.
Totally different person. But I'm grateful that that's not my story.
Hey, younger Destiny is pleased with what you're hearing. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I know you gave us the quote from your mom earlier, but is there another quote that you love that really that really sticks with you? And what does it mean to you?
So I have two. And they're from the same person, my girl, Maya Angelou.
Right.
And so the first one is success is liking yourself liking what you do and liking how you do it. And what that means to me is that my idea of success doesn't have to look like the next person's. And I think a lot of times we try to do that. We try to make one idea of success the overall picture for everybody, and it doesn't work. Not everybody is fulfilled by the same things. Not everybody enjoys the same thing. So I have to be able to determine what success is for me. Does it align with who I am? Do I like myself when I'm in that place? Um, and yeah, how do like am I allowing myself to make other people feel small when I get there? Like if those things are out of whack, like yeah, that I don't think that looks like success for me. So there's that one, and then the next one along the same lines is I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And I mean, and I just feel like that's the truth. It's truth. Like I don't remember what anybody said to me back, like even 2 years ago.
Right.
Like I don't remember even half the stuff that was done, but I remember people who made me feel small. I remember people who uplifted me. I remember people who didn't value me because that's how they made me feel. It left a mark on me because I felt it. So I want to be the type of person that leaves a person feeling better, like comforted, encouraged in any way that I can. I might not say all the right things, but I don't want them to leave me going, oh, she just made me feel worse about myself. Like, nah, if that's the case, we got to redo it. And like my mama said, I got to do it right the first time. So, you know, but yeah, those are two that I vibe with real well.
Yeah, those are good. And I really loved your reasoning behind them too. That's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. I could wear my little t-shirt proud. She loved God, she loved the people. If you don't like it, catch me outside. Yeah. Destiny, what inspires you?
What inspires me? I mean, different things at different times
Okay.
inspire me. Life in itself can be so inspiring. You could be outside and listen to the birds chirping and be like, wow, you're alive today and you're singing about it. That's inspiring. I'm gonna go write a song about that.
Okay. Three little birds.
Exactly. You could be watching a movie and somebody says something that's like, oh my gosh, my heart. I'm gonna go say that to somebody and see how it makes them feel. Like, so I think just life in general at different moments inspires me. Uh, Different experiences. I can't put. I can't make one thing the only thing.
That's the creative in you. She's like, baby, spoil this. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, I can't limit myself.
Yeah, absolutely not. All right, Destiny, here's what I want you to do for me. You ready?
Yes, what's
I
up?
want you to close your eyes.
Ooh, I'm closing. I'm closing.
And I want you to take a moment and think of the word gratitude. Okay.
Mm.
And then whenever you're ready, I want you to tell me three things that you're grateful for.
Hmm. Number one, I'm grateful for this conversation. Um, because it's a reminder that no matter where I think I am, I do have some wisdom to share. Like I have something that I can give back to somebody else. Um, Number two, I would say that I'm grateful to be alive. Period. Because so many people they leave this world um without going after what they were really purposed to do.
Mhm.
And so I'm alive today, which means I have another opportunity to go after it, to leave this world empty. By the time I get done, I want the Lord to be able to say to me, you did everything that I put in you to do.
Okay.
Um, and three, I'm grateful for friends like Nisaa.
Hey,
Do you
folks.
hear me? Because I'll tell you this about Nisaa. Yeah,
Hold on, what you finna say? What
she
you finna
might,
say?
she might catch you outside. but she is so uplifting and so encouraging as a friend. And I just love her. I love that she reminds me that I am that girl. And I hope that I remind her that she is too.
You do. Stop. Destiny, come on now. Let's go cry. Come on now. POP, hold it down.
All right. I'll hold it down.
I'm grateful for you too in a real way. Like I love you. I don't like a lot of folk, but I do. Like I love you. Like you're so amazing. And just you, like you said, you are who you are. And I think that's one of my favorite things about you. Is like it's never a wake up tomorrow and I don't know who Destiny is. Like Destiny is Destiny. And I love that so much about you.
Thank you. And I love that about you.
Thank you, girl. All these personalities got to pick one, right? All right, girl, we're going to do a quick little mood booster.
Okay.
You remember we used to play 20 seconds or less?
Yes.
We're not playing that.
No. No.
We're going to play a quick little game of this and that, okay? So you ready?
All right.
All right. Notebook or laptop?
That's a hard one.
You got to pick an answer.
Oh, why would you make me pick between the two? Okay, I'm gonna go with notebook.
Because it's called this and that, not both. Okay, notebook. All right. Glass half empty or glass half full?
Glass half full. Because I'm optimistic.
Okay. Cupcake or cookie?
Cookie.
All right. Would you do a window seat or an aisle seat?
Window. Absolutely window.
Okay. Night in or night out?
Now, wait a minute. You already know. Night in.
Absolutely. That's why I giggle. I'm like, she ain't going nowhere. Especially if it's dark at 5 o'clock. We in the bed.
Baby, we in the bed, okay?
You hear me? Put that Dream Girls tape on. Where's my tea?
Clock it.
Destiny, this has been everything. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. See, for you and your amazing co-host, Miss Humphrey. That's my girl. Girl.
Yeah, shout out to Miss LJH herself. Okay.
Period.
So, Destiny, is there anything that you want to leave with the audience before we dip up out of here?
Do it right the first time. You won't have to come back and do it again.
And that's word to her mother.
Word to my mama.
Well, Destiny, again, thank you so much, audience. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We know that you enjoyed this episode, but if you didn't, we hope that you find a reason to anyway. We will see you guys next time on the We Are Flora Pro podcast. Peace.